Welcome to Thinking Outside the Soil with your host, Seany Alfalfaseed, where we get to talk story and touch on topics about hydroponics and the farmers who grow the crops and creatures we need to eat. Good morning, and happy Aloha Friday from the farm. Thank you for being with us on this beautiful morning. Spring is almost here, so it's nice to see the sun coming up so soon, though we have our time change that we're going to observe here and spring forward an hour, and it always messes up the schedule for the animals, and I often wonder why we don't just go back, but I'm hearing there's talk about doing that ourselves here in Colorado, so we shall see. In today's world, it seems like we can get rid of some archaic things like daylight savings. And on the other side of what could be considered archaic is this revolution or recent revolution in using hydroponics to grow animal fodder. And while this isn't something new in and of itself, we're seeing in the last few decades that the recent advances in technology and advocacy for sustainable agriculture practices has allowed farmers to really embrace growing feed for their animals using hydroponic methods. And it's one of the things that I discovered while trying to figure out how to best help farmers and studying hydroponic fodder, and how a book was born. And it's why I wrote a book called Thinking Outside the Soil, which talks about how hydroponic fodder is helping farmers save water, improve livestock quality, and become better stewards. And another way sometimes to say that is that farmers have the potential to enhance their profitability, to better animals' welfare, and to improve the environment by integrating hydroponic fodder into their farming operations. Now, today I wanted to talk a little bit more specifically about sprouts and how hydroponic fodder sprouts can potentially improve your bottom line as a farmer. And as someone who advocates sustainable agriculture, I tend to lean into the concept of the triple bottom line, which says that businesses need to be thinking about profit, but also the people and the planet as well. Hydroponic fodder sprouts can potentially help all three areas. So profit is generally the first thing that we look at when we consider an entrepreneurial endeavor. Hydroponic fodder sprouts can be a really profitable source of income for any farmer. And that's because they can be grown quickly and easily and then sold as a high-value feed source for livestock. And this increases the revenue generated by the farm, ultimately improving profitability. Now, we also want to think about those other two elements, the people and the planet. Hydroponic fodder sprouts can improve the health and well-being of the people who eat the product consumed by the livestock, but it also improves the health and well-being of the livestock. So sometimes I take this word people and expand it to the animals in which we work with. And that's an important consideration for all of us, because providing high quality, nutritious feed improves the overall health and productivity of any system, and it leads to better outcomes for the animals and the farmers, as well as the rest of us out there that are in those areas of agriculture. And of course, we can't think about those two things without thinking about the bigger planet at large. Hydroponic fodder sprouts can be grown using significantly less land and space than traditional crops, which potentially makes them a way more sustainable option for farmers. And the other thing is hydroponic fodder sprouts also require fewer chemical or synthetic inputs like pesticides or fertilizer, which ultimately reduces the environmental impact of any farming operation. And of course, another advantage for the planet is that hydroponic fodder sprouts can be grown in a controlled environment, so they're less susceptible to weather-related risks such as drought and flooding. So in short, by incorporating hydroponic fodder sprouts into a farming operation, farmers can potentially improve their profitability, improve the welfare of the animals and the people involved, and the environmental sustainability of the operation and surrounding areas, thereby improving the triple bottom line of a farming operation. And that's all I have for us today on this Aloha Friday. If you've enjoyed this or any of the other shows, please be sure to let me know what you've liked so far and leave a rating and review so others know why they should stick around too and not miss out on becoming part of this next agricultural revolution. Join us again tomorrow, and thank you for being with us on another episode. Take care and have a lovely day. Hey, before you go, check out the links below, and if you'd be so kind as to leave a rating and review and follow the show. For those with feathered friends, don't forget to get yourself some of our Blooming Health Farms Chicken Blend Sprouting Mix. This supplemental mix has been shown to give you some of the best eggs with the yummiest yolks. You'll have happy, healthy hens that abandon the feeder and give you eggs with high levels of vitamin A and omega fatty acids. So don't forget to get yourself some Blooming Health Farms Chicken Blend Sprouting Mix.